Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever one applies to you. My name is Carl. I'm with Two Rivers Ford here in Mount Juliet, here to discuss with you with what we know now of the all-new 22 F-150 Lightning that's set to come out in the spring. Just to address two things, I apologize. I'm in my apartment. I don't have a big fancy prop. We don't have anything currently to show you. This is more of an informational video. And then I wanted to go over a couple questions that I've been getting, my sales managers have been getting, and just run what we know now. First off, we don't have any order guides to go over with any pricing or tools. These are just options and availabilities that we know of. All right, from the get-go, Ford is not replacing the F-150. They're adding up to the lineup of the best-selling pickup truck for the last 44 years. This is an additional tool for customers who are wanting to venture into the EV market and have an actual truck, not like a crossover avalanche mix-up, but we're not gonna go ahead and point any fingers on that. This truck is insane. I got the chance to ride in it a couple weeks back, and no truck has any business being this quick. With the low center of gravity and the balanced weight of the whole vehicle, the thing handles like a sports car. The Lightning has a full boxed frame with additional cross members to stiffen up the frame and not let it have any sort of flex, to improve with the stability and to be with the additional weight that carries with that large battery pack. And with the battery pack being mounted in line with the frame, combined with the all new 4-coil suspension setup that's going to be on here, you're not going to get any sort of rear end jumping around that you would get with a traditional leaf spring sprung setup. The weight is centered, giving you better handling on road, both towing and not towing, and the amount of options and features that these trucks have are immense. But I'll try to summarize for the people that area concerns with what comes with what, because I know that's a big question that's going to be brought up. All right, as far as appearances go, the new signature lighting is beautiful. For those people that want all of the lighting shining up on the road, letting everyone know in front and behind what you're driving, you're gonna need to opt all the way up to a Lariat package or above. The front signature lighting is standard on the XLT, but if you want the full look from the rear LED signature lighting, that's where you need to be. Now, all the trim levels of the Lightning are going to come with LED headlights, because safety is first for Ford. Not only that, but the power hood is standard as well. That mega frunk that we're going to discuss a little bit more in depth later. This vehicle is sleek and aerodynamic to try to get you the highest range possible. The interior of the vehicle gets a slight redesign, as well as for the higher trim levels with that larger screen. If you're familiar with the new Sync 4 system of the F-150 that was revealed in the 2021 model, that massive 12-inch screen is going to be standard on the Pro and the XLT. Not only that, but connected built-in navigation, excuse me, is going to be standard from the get-go, so you'll have that 3-year subscription for the constantly updated mapping system. New for the Lightning, that's going to be coming out this year, is the new Sync 4A system with the overly massive 15.5-inch touchscreen. This is going to be standard on the Lariat and Platinum series that we're going to have. The interior designs of the F-150, seating is pretty straightforward. With the Pro series, you're going to get vinyl seating. With XLT, you'll have cloth. With Lariat, you're going to have leather trimmed seating. And with the Platinum, for that luxurious feel, you're going to have Nirvana leather seating surfaces. So the entire seat's going to be leather, as well as exclusive stitching to separate it from the pack. We have 10 color options for the Lightning. We have, and I'll go ahead and broadcast them up here. There's going to be Atlas Blue, Star White, Rapid Red, Iced Blue, Agate Black, Antimatter Blue, Carbonized Gray, Iconic Silver, Oxford White, and lastly Stone Gray. Now, on the Star Whites and the Rapid Red, those are premium paint colors. They're going to cost you about $595 and $395 respectively. The mega powered frunk is going to be an added treat now that we don't have a front mounted engine. Instead, the vehicle is powered by 2 electric motors in the front and the rear. This frunk, still fun to say, is a 14 cubic feet of space to utilize, not too bad, and can be used in a few ways. It isn't just a storage space. Available outlets in the fronts with a 9.6 kilowatt generator that's optioned. Can power electric 12-volt fridges as well as anything else you're needing to charge on the trip or tailgate or the job site. Speaking of tailgating, there is a drain hole in that front trunk area. I'll let you decide what you want to use that for. Now for the technology, I'll split it up into 2 segments: creature comforts and what powers the vehicle. but there are some that are probably going to overlap. The 360-degree camera is available on the XLT trim level and above. Available power tailgate is on Lariat and Platinum trim levels, giving you both power down and up on the tailgate to add a little bit of the creature comforts. 11 total power outlets are available on that 9600 watt generator. This is an optional package on the Pro and the XLT, but it's standard on the Lariat and the Platinum trim levels. We have one 240 volt plug in the bed of the truck with 4 120 volt outlets. We have 4 120 volt outlets in the mega powered frunk, as well as 2 more that are going to be located in the cab of the vehicle. Now, if you don't want to opt all the way up to the 9600 watt generator, a 2.4 kilowatt generator is standard on the Lightning. This is going to have 8 total 120 volt outlets. 2 are going to be in the bed, 2 are in the cab, and 4 will still be in the frunk. Now, if you aren't sure of which way you're going to need, I'll put an overlay guide up here to give you a little bit of a reference. The tailgating I'll reference because they will be mostly what people will be known to be using it for. Normal home operations or DIY projects can all be done with a 2400 watt package, but you can power a popcorn machine, surround sound system with 1000 watts on the amplifier and a projector on the standard generator. If you are really going to be using it though, the 9600 watt, to give it into perspective, could power a 20-foot projector, a portable hot tub, PA system, stage lighting, portable AC system, a refrigerator, and 2 blenders. One for margaritas, one for pina coladas. All at the same time without overloading the system. Or a full business could be powered on the truck alone. Go ahead and pause this now if you want to check it out more in depth with the options examples for it as given. But we're going to go ahead and move forward now. The B&O sound system that we know and love is going to be included on the Lariat trim level with an 8-speaker design before moving all the way up to the Platinum on the B&O Unleashed. Now, the 8-speaker design is powered by a 649 watt amplifier on a 6-channel. The B&O Unleashed sound system is a bit insane if you're a music lover. That's going to be a 1,080 watts amplifier with a 10-channel. Go ahead and broadcast this up so you can see where all the speakers are going to be located. Now, this B&O, if you're not familiar, is found in manufacturers such as Ford, but also Aston Martin, Audi, Lamborghini, and Bentley, to let you know that you have the highest quality backed in this sound system through the new Lightning. Now, for comfort, heated seats are optional on an XLT trim level if you want them. On the Lariat, we have heated and ventilated seats. And on the Platinum trim level, we both have heated, ventilated seats as well as active motion. So our massage seats are back for this new edition. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is going to be standard on the Lightning and push-button starts, as well as a host of safety features to protect you and your investment. Wireless power updates, connected built-in navigation, forward pass modem, pre-collision assistance, pedestrian detection, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping systems, rear view cameras, auto high beams, reverse sensing systems, reverse brake systems, and post-collision systems are all going to be standard. With the forward pass app and the modem activated, you can go ahead and view diagnostic data on the vehicle, including your range, your battery level, TPMS sensors, odometer statements, onboard generator usage, and location updates. So, God forbid your vehicle gets stolen, or if you just park in a location that you're not all too familiar with, through that forward pass system, if you're not familiar, you can view the location of your vehicle to locate it. The Forward Pass system as well, we have full access to the Forward Pass charging network to find superchargers and other public charging stations, both free and pay per use. This is going to be powered through Ford as well as Electrify America to give you the most opportunity and charging stations that are available. Now, Blue Cruise is going to be in full swing for the Lightning. Blue Cruise is Ford's offering for hands-free self-driving vehicles. We'll get more into that into a future update of a video. Available for use on blue zones Ford has mapped out. This is 110,000 miles of highways crossing the United States as well as Alaska and Hawaii. Now, in this, as long as your eyes and your head are pointed to the road, the vehicle will drive itself. You don't have to keep touching the steering wheel. You don't have to touch the gas, the brakes, or anything. This is going to be done through your adaptive cruise control system and your lane centering, as well as Ford's pre-mapped highways. Now, 110,000 miles is great. It's not all of the highways. This is constantly being updated through Ford, as well as whenever this becomes full swing, it'll be monitoring as you and I are going to be driving down the highways, so it can continuously map these zones out to try to cover 100% of America. Now, available on the Lariat and standard on the Platinum, there's an exciting new feature that you might have seen in the Mach-E. Almost paired with these automated systems, the phone as key function is going to be available. Pair your phone to the vehicle, and it will act as your secondary key to unlock and lock the vehicle as you come up to it, as well as to get into the vehicle and start your engine and drive off. No more forgetting your keys. Now, to go over the charging system, Ford has a standard and extended range battery. The extended range battery is available for the public on the XLT and above trims. The only way to get the XLT on the Pro would be to purchase it as a business through a fleet program. There are 4 different levels of charging that you can expect. We'll go over that. Included in every Ford Lightning is going to be Ford's mobile charger. What that is both 120 and 240 volts compatible charging, which is going to be basically an extension cord. You'll have 2 outlets that you can go ahead and plug into the battery pack itself and plug it into the truck. You can expect on the 120 volts, which is going to be your slowest option, to charge up about 3 miles per hour of charging. Now, moving to the 240 volts, we can expect to achieve a 15 to 80% charge in about 14 hours on the standard and 19 hours on the extended. Ford also has an available Ford connected charging system, which runs on a 48 amp circuit. This cuts the time frame down to 10 hours on the standard and 13 hours for the 15 to 80% charge on the extended range battery. Now, as we move up in these levels of charging, it's going to get a little weird. On the extended range battery, it's got 2 charging systems built into the battery pack itself. So whenever you move up, the charging time actually gets faster for the extended range on higher ampage circuits than it does on the standard. So coming standard with the extended range battery is going to be an 80 amp home charger. Ford is going to provide this with the vehicle. You're going to have to get with your local electrician or through a Ford nationwide setup that's going to install this install this charging station into your home. Now, on this 80 amp charging circuit through the dual charging on the extended range battery, 40 amps is going to go to each section. So this will cut your time down to 8 hours for a 15 to 80% charge on the extended range battery, or you can kind of think of it as 30 miles of range per hour of charging. Now, if you're around or available to get to the supercharger systems, those 150 kilowatt chargers that are available out there, we're looking at about 44 minutes for a 15 to 80% charge on the standard range battery and 41 minutes on the extended range. Now, through the Ford Charge Station Pro, that 80 amp charger, Ford's intelligent backup power can be used. In the event your house goes down during a power outage while the Lightning is plugged in, the charging station will detect this and send a notification to your Ford Pass app, and depending on if you have it set up to automatically do it or to manually do it, power can be flow back from the truck through the charging station to power your home. During normal use of a home through average use, Ford is looking at about 3 days that you can power your home off of the full charge of the F-150 Lightning, or if you're going to be more rationing it out to try to go for longer and you think that you're going to be out of power for longer, you might be able to get about 10 days of use just through the essentials to power through your home. Now, don't be concerned on if in the event you go through the whole usage and you're still out of power, that you're just going to be out of luck with the truck. One security backup that you're going to have available, you can set if you need, I know I need 30 miles to get to the nearest charging station. Whenever the truck recognizes that it's depleted up to a certain range, if you have 30 miles set up, 60 miles set up, it will cut off the power to your home, so you still have enough juice to be able to get to wherever you need to go. Now, in conjunction with this right now, Ford is working on what they're calling Ford Intelligent Power. This isn't quite out yet. Well, the Lightning's not out yet, but we don't have a date available yet on when this is going to be. But Ford, if I'm going to give you an example, if you work from home and you have your vehicle plugged in indefinitely, you only unplug it to go to the store and back. If you imagine on your home's grid. During the day is peak hours, during night is not. During peak hours, it's going to be more expensive to power your home, and during night, it's a little bit less for the electricity. Ford's going to recognize this, and the vehicle will know this. And during the day, if you have it plugged in, your home can be powered on your truck and not off the grid, saving you a little bit of money. And whenever power goes back down in cost at night, it'll switch back over to power your home off the grid and then charge up your truck. Added little benefit that I can think of to save you a little bit more money. We can move on to performance. Now, on the standard and the extended, we're gonna have a bit different of numbers. The standard range battery is gonna be about 426 horsepower, giving you about a 0 to 60 in just around 5 seconds. Whereas the extended range battery has a mind-boggling 563 equivalent horsepower with a 4.4 second 0 to 60. And where the vehicle shines, obviously it's an electric vehicle, is gonna be that instant torque. Now, both battery options are gonna be powered up to about a 775 pound-feet of torque rating. Now, to put that into perspective, that is an insane amount of power. If we're gonna compare that to its big brother, the Super Duty, the two most powerful engines on that are gonna be your 7.3 and your 6.7. Now, in the 7.3 gas burner engine, you've got 475 pound-feet of torque, so you're running exactly 300 more pound-feet of torque on the Lightning versus the 7.3. And the 6.7, it's got 935 pound-feet of torque, that class-leading bit. Where are we at right in between for a half-ton electric truck? That's a bit ridiculous to me. For towing on these vehicles, we're looking at 7,700 pounds with the standard range battery and 10,000 pounds of towing on the extended range. If we're gonna go ahead and flip over to payload, we're looking at 2,000 pounds of payload total on the vehicle on the standard range battery, and 1,800 pounds of the extended range because of that added weight of the battery. Intelligent calculators on the vehicle will give you an accurate rating in real time of range and towing applications, giving you a realistic range to go off of and not just be hoping for the best whenever you got a load on the back. 230 miles is going to be your standard range for the standard range battery, and 300 miles will be on your extended range. Now, hold for a second on that. Don't have range anxiety on that. These ratings are based on 1,500 pounds payload released by Ford. We don't have an exact measurement on no payload or 200 pounds payload, depending on how heavy you are whenever you're going in the vehicle. But we can expect a little bit more range out of not having any payload. You're sitting at 75% and 83% of the rated payload. So those numbers are really not bad on such a large vehicle. I'm excited to see what the real numbers are going to be whenever these actually get out on the road. Now, to wrap things up, I want to discuss what Ford is doing to put EV into reality for it. Ford isn't replacing their vehicles with EV, obviously. If I remember correctly, they're aiming in the next 15 years to be about 40% EV and 60% internal combustion. So we're not just completely wiping away with tradition and everything else. This is just going to be an added tool to use whenever shopping for what exactly you need, the consumer. But in their investments into EV, Ford has put $11.4 billion investing into production with domestic manufacturing. From the ground up, Ford will be building everything here and not outsourcing. So this will be an American-made product. We're gonna have 2 assembly plants built into Kentucky and a massive Blue Oval City in Western Tennessee. Now, that Blue Oval City is going to be nearly 6 square miles, or somewhere around 3,800 acres. It's going to be a fully integrated operation through this investment. Ford's adding about 11,000 jobs for American people, so that's a wonderful thing as well. We're going to even go as far as attempting to be zero waste in the next 15 years. Recycling waste materials throughout operations to cut down on their carbon footprint. In conjunction with this, the massive batteries powering the vehicles, they're fully serviceable. So no more worrying in the next 8 years whenever your warranty wears out. If something goes wrong, you have to replace the entire battery pack. These are a modular design. If one small part of it goes wrong, the service people can unbolt the bottom ends of the cross members, drop the battery out, and work on individual parts of the battery, even going as far as replacing individual cells. And at this point, this is about all we know about the new F-150 Lightning. With more information to come, I'm excited for this new offering. Let me know if you have any comments below, if you have any questions that I might have missed, or something to look out for, something that you've heard. I'd love to hear about it. If you have any questions about purchasing any vehicles, feel free to reach out to any of the non-commissioned salespeople at Two Rivers Ford. We are a family-owned and operated dealership for decades. We have both retail and fleet to be able to cover all of the needs that you have. We sell all new vehicles at invoice cost, and the salespeople are non-commissioned to give you a little bit extra peace of mind. We're not going to try to gouge you on anything. We're not even going as far as saying, hey, we're not going to go above sticker. We sell at discount wherever we can. Now with an electric vehicle, it's probably going to be a one price offering like the Mach-E. The invoice cost is the sticker, but you're not going to be paying above whatever we pay for the vehicle. I hope this video was helpful for you, and until the next one, keep riding and rolling. Take care.